What the hell do I have to do so Liam Payne, it's me, can feel happy for the rest of his life? Oh, that's beautiful. I'm happier than ever. A lot of people are concerned about my happiness. I consider myself quite a happy bro.
I think it's a really fine line between getting too wrapped up in what's going on and not being wrapped up enough in it, if you know what I mean.
Really?
But I think you know the things that hurt you the most because you know they're honest. So when someone says something you like, if they hurt you, then it hurt you a lot, then you know there's some truth in it because it hurt you. If it's ridiculous, you just go, oh, that was funny, as if they said that.
Yeah, I love just joking around, and honestly, for me, watching the commotion's one of the funniest things about it.
Just seeing the reaction.
Like, a lot of people are under the impression that I really give a crap about that sort of stuff, but it doesn't really, you know, I just get on with it. It's just a bit of fun for me.
There's a fine line to tread with it. And I mean, I've gone through eras where I was such like a little clapback, attitude-driven youth.
Responding.
Where as soon as someone would say something, I'd be like, right, well then, let's go at you. And then I was a bit mean and nasty at points, actually. It was a bit bad. But when you're a teen growing up in it and people are like basically bullying you and they get paid for it, it's like, that's a bit outrageous. So I'm going to have my say. Who's got the biggest mountain? You know what I mean? But then it's like, someone said to me over time, it's like, you know, if someone says something about me in the press in this country and then I say something about them, it ends up on E! News and then they've made America. I didn't get anywhere.
Because like a lot of people, if I tweet about someone, their phone just like breaks for the day.
Next level. I've never seen anything quite like it. And I wonder how it is for your girlfriend. How does she handle your very serious, intense One Direction fans?
I don't know, sometimes I think it's kind of hard for her because there's a lot, well, I think that lately for me Twitter's been a bit twisted sometimes and some horrible things get said. Like I had somebody on there the other day who was pretending to be her that had tweeted that my mum had died, which is just weird.
What do they come up with this?
I don't know, it's so strange, but I don't know, I don't think she really looks at it too much, to be fair, because, well, I kind of told her not to anyways.
Release, right, and I was getting a lot of hate online. There was death threats, there was all sorts of stuff. My biggest worry was actually stepping off the team bus that day because I was initially sure I was going to get booed. I'd never really been in that position with you guys before. I kind of ruined that moment for myself. To be honest with you, I just kind of got through the game at that point because it wasn't really about me, let's be honest.
People getting into you every day, like I say, just every so often you're like, when will they send? You know, and then so, like, that's almost nearly killed me a couple of times.
One of our old managers went to therapy from being a manager of One Direction. So you can imagine how that feels. Like, the rest of us definitely need some. And for me, most part, I was really regressing from therapy because everyone was pushing me into it, which is the worst thing you can do. You leave fame the age you entered it. So for me, that was 14, right? So I'm screwed. Like, I'm the 14-year-old forever child. So that was always a big fear of mine that I have to grow properly. We were 17. I thought the security guard was like in charge of me. Like, I was like, oh, can we leave the room? No. Oh, okay, then not to worry. I'll just stay here. That's what it was like. So I didn't know what the hell I was doing. You know what I mean? It's like, and no one, there's no guidebook. They don't give you a little DVD on the way in saying, here, you're a pop star. Like, this is what you got to do. So I'm like in the room, like, what, are we allowed to leave? And then eventually that becomes like an angry person. And I was. Yeah. Because there was points where it was toxic and it was difficult. Don't get me wrong. We had the best time ever. We did. But there was moments where through, you know, I mean, there's a big movement on it at the moment and people overworking and like, you don't realize you have a choice at that point. But in those shows, sometimes they don't give you the choice because you want the dream. But you have to realize there is a sacrifice for that.
To every young kid coming into this business, as soon as I meet them, I'm like, look, if you want to call me, I'm not trying to like put ownership over you that I know more than you or any of that kind of crap. All I'm saying is, if something happens, like, call me, and any help I can give you, I will give you. But if I can't, then I'll let you know. I'll find somebody who can, basically. Yeah. So it's like, you know, trying to help each other because we're all not. I don't want to say suffering from the same disease. It makes it sound very like sad and horrible and like, oh, whatever. But it is. We all have this thing about us that we have to live with. That's part of fame. And I think it's better if we all stick together than start, you know, throwing the V's at each other.
My life's been so controlled to a point. Day sheets, security guards, you know, anything, and it's all everybody else is dictating puppet master crap over the top of your life. Then you just get to a point where it's like you have to take some control back yourself. And until I started to do that with my life, then I was living for everybody else, and I'm a complete people pleaser anyway. So it's like nothing in my life was about serving myself, which then that just led me in a bad place and finding enjoyment from other stuff that I don't need.
And like I told you earlier, the moment for me is never about me when we're talking, or if there's a fan that wants a picture, or if somebody wants to come over. The moment's about them having their 5 minutes. So whoever they want me to be for that 5 minutes, I'll be.
You know, and it's always about impressing whoever's behind the lens or whoever's in the audience. So I find I fill conversations with crap that I'm saying that doesn't really help me, because I'll go home thinking, why the hell did I say that? Like, what, now I'm that guy? Oh my God, you know? And then it's like, but I was saying it because I thought it would entertain the other person. It wasn't about me. Stupid.
I still don't know who I am. I replicate different people on a daily basis. Like, I still don't know who I am. That's the worst part of it, because it's like selling an identity to people that I'm me, so I can only sell me. And then the different thing was, I'd just gone out of the writing zone. I don't want to say why, but I'd stopped writing in that sense, and it was more difficult to write for my own project because I was like trying to pull for my own life, which is also very vastly confused.
Like, I feel like I hide resentments from people sometimes, and I'm like, something annoys me, and I'm like, oh no, it's fine. But inside I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, I wish she didn't do that. And then, so then it's like, then over time, I'm like, every little thing starts creeping in.
Never allowed to say anything. Nobody wanted to tarnish the image of whatever the hell was going on in the thing. So trying to hide a bunch of stuff bleeds over into your normal life as well as it does you playing whatever character it is you play as a celebrity or a performer or whatever. So
sometimes you can get lost in the connection part of this game, and I think that's always been a difficult thing for me to connect with people, because I put so many barriers up before you get to actually what's going on that you know, it's almost like hurdling in a way.
Why do you think those barriers are up?
Protection. I think it's protecting people from what's, you know, if you turn up in a disguise every time, then you can always blame it on the disguise. The moment you're not wearing one, you got nothing to blame it on. I'm proper perfectionist. Terrible. So when it comes down to relationships, I'm always trying to, at the start of the relationship, as we all do, you put out this complete false character.
Yes.
Like, I might as well go in costume at this point. Like, I'm like putting out something that is not there. That's my biggest problem, I feel, for myself. I don't lay out my stall. I'm like willing to bend to someone else's stall, and then I'm annoyed at why they don't like what I like.